Welcome to the B2G Victory Cast, Episode 2, The Value of Your Banking Relationships with Agility Bank. Our guests are Laquita Cyprian, Chief Banking Officer at Agility Bank, and Ghaderi, Business Lending Officer at Agility Bank. These veteran bankers will share the importance of banking relationships, the benefits of working with a woman-led bank for everyone, the passion behind their digital approach, their commitment to bringing big bank resources to Houston's community, and the story behind their red shoes. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome to the B2G Victory Cast. I'm your host, Julie Hartman, and joining us today are Laquita and Tan with Agility Bank. These women are industry veterans and have been recognized for their community and business impact, not only in Houston, but across the nation. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. Let's go ahead and jump right on in. The entire team at Agility Bank has worked tirelessly during the pandemic and the last 2 years. Tell us about the story of your red Converse.
Well, it's a kind of funny story. When we first started raising capital to open the bank, we were talking about how slow the process was going because of the pandemic. And our chief technology officer, Jay Pedraza, said, well, you're walking right now, but you better put some tennis shoes on because you're going to be running before you know it. And sure enough, over time, we started picking up and things started moving really quickly. And we were making contact and doing meetings with a lot of different people. And we needed those red Converse. So Lauren, our founder, gave us all red Converse shoes to wear. And we primarily wear them on Fridays now, but it's been a funny thing to think about and remind us how hard we worked to raise the capital to open the bank.
I love the culture. I love the family. Mm-hmm. And y'all, the bank is located in the Heights. Susan and I actually physically went and opened up our bank account, the B2G Victory account. They're in the Heights. But like we've previously said, if someone doesn't want to travel all the way into the Heights or wherever they're located in the Houston metro area, they can just go online, agility.bank, and open up an account or call the phone number and talk to a person, which is just huge. And that support, that relationship that so many small businesses, medium-sized businesses need that aren't currently getting from their bank.
Absolutely. We really want to talk to our businesses. And they have a great option to be able to talk with us in person or digitally.
And once again, that phone number is 713-324-8810.
Yes,
correct.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about Agility Bank and how it launched in April of 2022.
Well, Agility Bank is the first predominantly woman-owned, woman-led bank created for its purpose. And we are a bank for everyone. Lauren Sparks, the founder and CEO, worked in community banks for years. And she saw that there was a need for leadership in banking by women. And then when she became a business owner, she saw that there was a need for technology in banking to create a better opportunity for businesses to operate more efficiently.
And you've leveraged your experience not only in smaller banks, but all of your experience with larger banks as well, and it brought that to Agility.
Yes. So my background is primarily with larger financial institutions, background in relationship management, commercial lending, and business development is primarily my background. And I saw the opportunity to join Agility and make a difference because there's this large segment of businesses who are not necessarily receiving the type of attention that they should. So it was great to have an opportunity to be able to impact our community that way.
Tan, as a lending officer at Agility Bank, what is one of the most exciting things that you're doing each and every day?
Great question. Helping our business owners grow. Hearing their stories of how they get started. I'm very passionate with that myself, along with others within the organization are also entrepreneurs. So we have that mindset to understand our clients and their needs, and that's more where my passion drives from, is helping and understanding where our customers are looking for in a bank.
And so Agility Bank is very different in a whole lot of ways when it's targeting towards businesses. Can you elaborate a little bit more on the types of businesses that y'all are supporting and lending to?
Sure. Our target market are small to mid-sized companies. I know a lot of people may think that being a woman-owned, woman-led bank is just for women, but that's not necessarily true. Mm-hmm. We accept all. We are a bank for all, and we encourage those that are in need of a bank, a community bank in the local community in Houston, that we're here to see if there's something that we can expand on and help them with that as well.
That's awesome that y'all are supporting small and medium-sized businesses in any type of business. What's the best way for an entrepreneur or business to reach y'all?
We're a digital bank. The best way to reach us is through our website, www.agility.bank, and that is .bank. And all of our contact information can be obtained from the website.
Being able to access a bank's website at any time is so critical for a growing business. What differentiates Agility when a business is coming to y'all for their capital needs?
Well, we actually have a special platform that allows businesses to apply for loans on our website. And we also have capability for businesses to be able to open their business accounts online as well. So this creates a great opportunity for businesses to be able to do their banking whenever it's convenient for them. So that's one of the things that really differentiates us from a lot of other banks out there.
And if I could add, we always hear great feedback from our clients and from our past clients that Laquita and I come from the larger institution, that the headache of trying to meet that time when the bank closes to try to get something in to their banker because of their lending needs. Lauren had a great vision as to opening up something to where it's more flexible for business owners to not have to worry about dropping what they're doing on their day-to-day needs for their business, and have everything virtually done online or with the right personal banker that they trust. And so that gives us the flexibility of offering different channels of banking. And so this is a new era of banking, which is a digital platform that we have, and we're so excited to launch out. I mean, it is launched, but not a lot of people are used to it right now. And so that's where we're here to, spread the word about this digital banking that a lot of community banks are lacking.
You touched on community bank, which is one way that Agility Bank is very unique here in Houston. Another way is that y'all are a minority depository institution, which may not be a phrase that some people are familiar with. Right. Can you help us and the viewers and the listeners understand exactly what that is and what that means?
Absolutely. A minority depository institution is based on designation of underbanked people. Women are known as an underbanked segment of our community. So by us being predominantly women-owned and women-led, the Officer of the Comptroller of the Currency has designated us as a minority depository institution. And the benefit of that is that we are able to partner with other banks on loans, deposits, and some banks even invested in our bank. But it is a way of helping our community. Banks are required to support the communities that they're in. And other banks get to benefit by helping and working with us to actually work in our community.
Can you share a success story with us of a business that you've helped build their capacity that has a social and economic and community impact?
Working in banking for the last 25 years, I've seen a number of different businesses over those years. And I'm really proud of one company that I worked with, which was an industrial commercial company. And when I first met them, they were doing about $1.5 million in annual revenues. And they really were seeking a banker that could help them to strategize and work more efficiently, and looking for lending needs to help them grow and scale. And over the course of about 8 years, I worked with this company, and they were able to scale their company from a number of different things that we did together to grow up to about $40 million in annual revenues. The important thing about partnering with our businesses is that a lot of times businesses don't recognize that they need a banker just like they need a CPA or an attorney. But it's really important for all three to work together to help a business grow and scale. And that's what we're really excited about being able to do at Agility, is really help guide our companies to do whatever they want to do. They may want to grow and scale, they may want to stay the same, but they'll always need tools and lending to help them to reach whatever goal they have.
That's a great story. Thank you so much for sharing. I can relate. When I became an entrepreneur 20 years ago, I thought debt was a bad word and was so scared and intimidated about underwriting and getting access to capital and understanding how you're a smarter business person when you go and have that relationship with a bank, and most importantly, a banker with a phone number that you can pick up and call, that understands your business and is passionate about growing your capacity and helping you scale. Walk us through your underwriting process.
Sure. So we have two different ways to underwrite business clients for credit facilities. Tan, do you mind talking about the first one?
Absolutely. The first channel would be our digital side, which is called our A2B Loan Express. A2B is short for Agility to Business. So that's what we've called it. And our process on the digital side, it's very minimum. We don't require much. The minimum requirement to apply would be $5,000 up to $500,000. And that could be product as a term loan or a simple line of credit. And to be honest with you, it's kind of mind-blowing, because I've come from a larger financial institution, and the process in itself with underwriting and just getting the application start to finish it's a headache, right? And so we've cut that down quite a bit on the digital side with A2B, to where it's as simple as 5 questions. We can get a decision within minutes, and we could probably get your money, access to your capital, within a few days. So that's on the digital side. It'll be different on Laquita's side, but she can share that with you.
And on the digital side, someone can just go to your website, agility.bank, and go through that process, correct?
That's correct, Julie. Correct.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's correct.
And they don't have to provide very much documentation. In some cases, they don't have to provide any, because it's all embedded in the technology.
Correct.
That is so wonderful. There are so many businesses in Houston and throughout Texas that need that support.
Yes.
And don't know that it exists to help you grow and scale your business.
Yes.
That's right.
And the other form of underwriting is the traditional process. And the traditional process, we gather financial documentation such as business tax returns, personal tax returns, personal financial statements, and other financial information. And we manually, in some cases, underwrite the loan. We're a small bank, so the time frame is still cut down minimally. So we're able to really get to know our client and understand their needs, and in some cases be flexible around their unique financial situation. So it's very empowering to be able to really be a part of that business's growth plan, and also offer feedback on how they can continue to grow and scale. So it's a very exciting time.
It is, and it's an exciting time to be a business in Houston, and in Texas. Last night I was working on a proposal for a client of ours, and one of the forms required you to put down your banking information and specifically a name of your banker, the email address, and a direct phone number. And so back, like you said, when I think about who's on my speed dial or my favorites on my phone is my attorney, my CPA, and our banker, Agility Bank, because it is so critical for entrepreneurs and businesses to have that relationship and someone who understands your long-term and short-term goals and can help you with your business.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us in your phone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So thanks for explaining the two different types of loans available for businesses. There's another product that I'd like to talk a little bit about that I don't think enough businesses leverage, and they go and get it almost when it's too late. So can we spend some time and visit about what a line of credit is and how it can help a business?
Absolutely. A line of credit is a wonderful way to scale a company. Usually it's used by businesses that do business with other businesses. And what a line of credit allows that business to do is to get capital at the beginning phase of a contract with a client. And they're able to utilize those funds to start the process and go through the full cash flow cycle with that client. And then at the end of that cash flow cycle, when the business is paid by the client, the business pays the line of credit off. And then when they get another client, or if they have a couple of different clients, they can use this line of credit to start the process and then at the end pay it off and start it all over again. So it's a great way for the business to never touch their own capital while they're growing their business. And their own capital that they have within the business is able to work for them during that process. So they could be earning interest, they could be making investments with their own funds, but yet use the funds from the bank to scale the company.
You've shared with us your website, agility.bank, and how people can use and leverage technology to get a loan, apply, set up a checking account, business savings account, what have you. But back to that relationship and that phone number, right? That's in my phone. So it's 713-324-8810.
That's right.
Yes.
Thank you both so much for your time and information today. I think so many people are going to benefit from it. As we conclude our conversation, I'd like to take a few minutes and have you share a victory moment with us.
Sure. I would say a victory moment for us would be raising over $41 million in capital to open Agility Bank. We worked very hard to reach over 350 shareholders to open our bank in a pandemic.
Right.
So it was very
Rewarding.
exciting, very rewarding. It was a lot of hard work, but we kept tweaking our process to make sure that we got the word out and help grow the bank. It was a huge feat, and we were successful at it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was one of my most memorable moments is when Lauren said, "You guys, we did it." Right? We got an email. It was going to be a big celebration, and I remember there were tears of joy because this is my first startup, and of all things, a bank. This is something that probably never happened in your lifetime more than once. And how often does a new bank open their doors, and especially during a pandemic? And this is just a great legacy to leave behind our kids. I personally have 2 girls of my own, so this is something that was definitely rewarding, challenging at times, but it was worth it. And the ones that made it different, we're a family. We're small, but we're pretty strong and mighty, and we're going to make a huge impact in the community.
Thank you both for joining us. I'm Julie Hartman, your host of the B2G Victory Cast.